Vaughn. Welcome on board. We're taking a road trip, and you're getting the director's cut with commentary as we roll all the way up to Route 66 and over to Tucumcari. Not quite 1,000 miles, by the way. Hey, that's me, Keith Vaughn. And over there in the shotgun, that's my wife, Lisa. And here we are, rolling down the road. Early Saturday morning. Well, early for us. It's about 9, and we're heading to Vernon at this point in the journey. 1957 Ford Ranchero. It's got a 331 stroker Tremec TKO and full tank of gas right now. Running cool. Electric looks good for now. And here we are passing over the Red River. My old buddy Ty Inman is about to pass us in the milk truck. There he goes, right there. Moving on into Oklahoma we are. Temperatures still good at this time. Speedometer says 45, and the Garmin says we're doing 77, I believe. So, yeah, the Speedo in the old 57's off by a lot. And running about 1,800 RPM at 75 miles an hour. Can't beat that. And off in the distance, mountains. There's Quartz Mountains. Rolling down the road up into Oklahoma. Beautiful day, still windows down, temperatures. And the road for Oklahoma, very good. Oh man, jump, here we are. All the way up to Elk City and about to turn right on to I-40 or Route 66. And that'll be rolling us to Amarillo here shortly. Here is the turn. Yeah, by the way, I'm Keith Vaughn, and you're getting my director cut commentary on our Route 66-57 road trip. And here we are already moving up the road further. We had some GoPro problems, by the way, so we lost a lot of footage in between some of these spots. But we got this. This is rolling into Eric, Oklahoma. One of the iconic Route 66 little small towns that at one time was super thriving. And with the moving of the interstates and taking Route 66 one direction right out of town, a lot of commerce went with it. Here we are rolling through Eric. I would say this is right about maybe 11:30, I believe, on Saturday morning. Oh, it's warmed up by now. Windows are up and the AC is on. Thanks, Dwayne. Thanks, Mike. And here we are. Check out the Jimmy Miller mural. Beautiful small town, Oklahoma. Now, moving into the next small town. This is Texola. And even the Garmin knows we're in Texola. I got a soft spot for Texola. It's one of my favorite places on Route 66. And right up here is the famous Route 66 Oklahoma-Texas state line. More on that later. Last stop in Texas, or excuse me, Oklahoma, over into Texas. You can see it coming up over the hill. Now, as we were rolling along earlier in the early part of our road trip, we noticed a weird little clunk or a drop of power or something a couple times, and it was irritating. Well, at this point, it has killed all of our electric power. I got nothing, and we're cruising to a stop right here. Trying to find some shade, because I was thinking we might be broke down for a while. I'm loving this. No Panic out of Lisa, who was a trooper on this show. Not a bitch, moan, gripe, nothing. Just wrote it out like a pro. Now, the electric power going out made me wonder what the hell is going on here. So I went over to the solenoid and thumped it, just boom, with my finger. And I heard my fan come on. Knew something was up with the electric power. And here it is, starts right up, no problem. I'm contemplating whether we... Yeah, asks if it's the battery. It's not the battery. There I was, being pretty damn defiant. We're going that direction. We're going to Amarillo. We're not turning around. And, up the road we go. Now, this is just over the state line. And I'm thinking to myself, let's get to Shamrock. All right, let's go to Shamrock. There's parts store in Shamrock. I can buy a solenoid. Pretty sure my solenoid's crapping out here. Let's just baby this thing. Let's get it to Shamrock. So that's the plan. Somewhere along here, I'm going to ask Lisa, get on your phone, find a parts store in Shamrock, and we'll go right there. And we pull out onto the original old Route 66, right next to the interstate. And as you can see in the video, there's some clunking that will occur. And what this is a momentary loss of all electric power, and then it comes back on. Right there. And this would continue. Yeah, It would continue all the way to Shamrock, and we would lose electric power numerous times. I'd have to pull over, get out, goof with the solenoid, get back in, start it, go down the road, have it happen again, jump out, and then... Yeah. Somehow, we continued locomoting. You can see here I'm shaking the wheel back and forth. It seemed to be enough to fire the electric power back up and keep the engine running. So every time we lose the electric power, just shake the wheel, engine would pop back up. And jumping out, goof with it again. Again, it's about 106, I believe, 105 at this point. We're in the heat of the day, no shade, and it's hot. It's hot, and that engine's hot too. And again, no complaints at Elisa. What was frustrating was I would get the engine to come back, or get the electric power to come back on, then slam the hood down, and it would disconnect the power. And that got me wondering, what's going on here? This car was rewired totally about 3.5 years ago. Had very little electric issues. And off we go, trying to cripple on down the road to get to Shamrock. Can't believe I've left the air conditioner on for some reason. Here we are, in Shamrock, at one of the most famous intersections on Route 66. We're directly across from the U-drop in and the Conoco. And I am dead. No power, right at the intersection. I've jumped out, I'm talking to a local in his big red Chevy. And I'm saying, hey, we got issues here with the electric. I need a parts store. And that's when I got the words, our parts store closed about 8 months ago. No parts store in Shamrock. In need of a solenoid. Damn. As you can see Lisa on her phone, looking and searching for a parts store. Right in front of the beautiful Conoco station, and you drop in Shamrock. Hot day, man. Hot. Now, the plan is, let's just get this car over to the Conoco.
It just went off.
Just gave her the news. No auto parts store in Shamrock. This is the point in the road trip where I'm thinking, yeah, we may be calling my buddy Dwayne. We may be getting that big trailer on the road. He may be coming to pick us up, man, because there's no auto parts place here. It's like 18, 20 miles out. Who knows if it's for sure the solenoid? That was my guess. And again, it's dead. And we are just rolling in neutral over to one of the most famous spots on Route 66. And about to roll right up into the parking lot. In the back, place was packed with people. It is, of course, one of the most famous spots on Route 66. Now here's the plan. Park the car. Too bad I couldn't find any shade, but we parked the car. I'd roll inside. They're open today. It's a touristy Saturday. I'm going to run inside and see if I can find some information on where I can get some auto parts, even though there's no parts store in Shamrock.
I don't know if that's something that would help you.
I don't know. If you want to stick with the car a second while I go.
Told Lisa, stay with the car. There's a pistol under the seat. No, I'm kidding, there's not. Now, off to the front. Now, this is a little bit of a time lapse here. Didn't do any video of me doing repairs because I was so stressed, didn't even think about it, forgot all about it. But I jumped out under the hood and found a wire that had disconnected from the butt, the connector. All I had to do was shove it back up in there, grab a pair of pliers, and squeeze it together. Boom. Fixed. No solenoid whatsoever needed.
That is slick, guys. That looks awesome. We love when people come and bring their vehicles. It is
Yeah, that was one of the waitresses from the You Drop In who came out and took a photo. Her boss told her to roll out and get a picture. Here's some more of the local, I want to say local tourists, but they're not local tourists. They're just tourists that are there locally, grabbing a photo. We had numerous in the back while we were broke down, coming over and taking pictures with me bent over the hood, working on it. Here we are back on the road, passing the Leaning Water Tower. Here's a gas situation. I think it's our second one on the road. This is on the way to Amarillo. Air conditioning on high. Everything fixed. Repaired. Feeling good. Had a little roadkill moment. Now moving into Amarillo. It's a hot day, man. Hot day. Air conditioner on. We could not have done this without air conditioning. Would have killed us. Now, pass through Amarillo. This is the midway point. This is Adrian. Get to Adrian. Little backup situation here. We began to have the issue again between Amarillo and Adrian. Pulled over, and the damn wire had fallen out again. So, get out, kind of make it work, and we continue rolling down the road, no problems. And we do get to Adrian, the midway point on Route 66. pull in, we roll inside, and we order up some cherry cobbler and ice cream. 2 big tall glasses of ice cold water. Oh man, it was good. A lot of cool people there. Their AC was out, but they had the fans on. It was workable. Very nice people here at this place, man. Midpoint Cafe, highly recommended. Now, after we ate here, I went out, got the tools out, and took that solenoid all apart, all the connections off, and got my tools out and repaired the wire and the butt. Got that really cinched down, put it all back together, and then we hit the road. Midpoint Cafe. This was back at the state line. My Keith Vaughn Flying Circus sticker on the side. And of course at the Conoco. Now, into Oklahoma, or onward to Oklahoma, I should say. Excuse me. Onward to New Mexico. Here we are. Passing over. It's amazing how the road quality drops. Rolling into here I go. Rolling into New Mexico. Not all the roads bad, but some were. Not a problem all the way to Tucumcari after the repair. That's Tucumcari Mountain, right out the window of our motel, the Roadrunner Lodge. This is a renovated, retro motel in Tucumcari, styled like it's 1962. Awesome. Everything about it is 1960s. And after a stressful, rather crazy afternoon, it was great to get to the Roadrunner Lodge and their hospitality. What a great crew and wonderful woman in the lobby. And here's our room, little room tour. We were upstairs. Never been upstairs here before. You walk in and you're getting commercials on the radio out of the 60s. Some of the artwork of iconic locations on Route 66. Again, this is a renovated original hotel. I think it was called the Leatherwood Manor when it was built in 1960, but renovated into the Roadrunner Lodge. Highly recommended. Now, I believe this might be an out-of-sequence video. I think this was actually on Sunday morning. And that's right out of our door. There's Tucumcari Mountain. Right in front of it across the road is the Kicks on 66 Diner, where we always eat breakfast. Great service. Very cool crew and staff. There's the lady we met in the silver SUV with her Beto sticker. Nice lady from Houston on the road. We met a lady who's a Beto backer at the Roadrunner Lodge, and over at the Kicks on 66 met a woman who was on her way back from a Trump rally in Arizona. So, all kinds on 66. Here we are that night, about to hit the mother road in Tucumcari, go cruising. Here's a look around the hotel. At night, Roadrunner Lodge. What you can't hear here is the early 1960s radio that plays on the speakers, even in the parking lot. Yeah, it's got the 60s vibe down, no doubt. We were planning to come back and come out here and hang out after cruising Tucumcari's Route 66 right through town, but man, we were beat. It had been a long day. A little bit of stress to make it even more tiresome. But man, what a great place to come back to. After being on the road, you know, they used to say Tucumcari Tonite. Over 2,000 hotel rooms and motel rooms. And Tucumcari was always kind of that beacon, that goal to get to when you were on the road. Now here we are, pull it out. This is about, I'm going to say about 8:45, 8:30, something like that. I'm not sure exactly. Saturday night. On the left is the TP Curios, world famous Route 66 shop. Just got the GoPro hanging out the window. Now, speaking of world famous Blue Swallow on the right. And on the left, Motel Safari. For July, tourist season, a little light on the traffic, but man, it was even hot up until about 6 or 7, but about this time in the evening, it was nice. Windows down, rolling. La Cita restaurant up here somewhere. We'd had our dinner there earlier in the evening. Again, great staff and very cool people. Food always good. There's La Cita on the left, actually. It may sound like we've done this before. Hell yeah, we're Route 66 freaks. We hit the road quite often. And we've hit a lot of the road right here in the immediate area. Oklahoma, Texas Panhandle, and New Mexico. Numerous times over into Arizona and California. And we have not gone east past Oklahoma yet. We need to be doing that in some of our travels here in the future. And we'll be taking this 1957 Ford on a lot of it because this trip proved that it can be done, and it can be done comfortably. And the car performed, except for the electrical issue. Very minor deal, just a stupid wire. It did great. Even the stroker, not bad on fuel. You think back on 30, 40, 50 years ago, this road would have been on fire. It would have been so busy at this time of night. So many businesses lit up and things happening, but interstate changed all that. I believe somewhere up here I'm going to hook a U and head back up into Tucumcari. One of the great things about the 1957 Ford Vaughnchero was the engine temperature. Ran about 170 on the road, even with the AC blasted. You get into a town, you slow down, and even with your electric fan on, it's going to get up to about 180, 185. That's about it. But you stop after driving long distance, pump gas or whatever, and fire it up and sit there and idle. It gets up to about 200. Loves having that air flowing through that radiator and that AC condenser. No complaints though, engine performed wonderfully. I ought to give some credit to the Keith Craft crew in Arkansas for this engine. There is the La Cita right over there. Food was awesome. Yeah, this was kind of a trick here. There we are. There we are. one-hand drive in here with standard transmission. Not recommended. Not very safe. You can see how much neon is still lit up at Route 66 in Tucumcari. It's beautiful. I've done a good job trying to keep the spirit alive, and there's even more motels that are being renovated right now. I believe they'll be coming up and being operational in the next year or two, and be even more great locations to head to in Tucumcari. There's the Safari on the right. Motel Safari. Blue Swallow on the left. I think somewhere along here I made the comment to Lisa. I said we'll roll down here a time or two again and we'll get back to the room. It's been a long day. I'm beat. I know you are too. There's our hotel, Roadrunner Lodge on the left. Palomino on the left. Their sign was jacked up, wasn't working right. Usually it's got the big Palomino logo and changing colors, morphing around. Here we are back, parked, put away for the night. I'd say roughly at this point, this car had done right at 600 miles. Parking lot well lit during the night. Man, New Mexico, morning temperatures, beautiful. Oh, sweet. Tucumcari Mountain, breakfast waiting right across the road. And then after breakfast, hit the parts store, and then back in to Texas, heading east, Route 66. Yeah, this was our long-distance shakedown cruise. For the 57, we'll be doing more of this and more videos in the future. And I'm glad you stuck around and watched. Appreciate that very much.